So when I planned this review, I was going to do a major playthrough, going through all the major exploits, major plot beats, but I didn't do this on my computer, and I did this on my Switch instead. So their clips are kind of just like 30 seconds random shit. So
you blew it.
Yeah, that's my bad. Probably gonna, if do this in the future, gonna have to figure out how to get this recording on my computer through my Switch. But I will start with that Legends Arceus is exactly what Pokemon needed at that time. Pokemon on the Switch was so rough. Let's Go looked really good. It looked great. But it wasn't really well received with the Let's Go mechanics kind of being shoehorned in. Sword and Shield are incredibly divisive, and in my opinion, a new low for the Pokemon franchise. Just really, oh my gosh. The Diamond and Pearl remakes were outsourced to a different studio and were just beat for beat copies of the originals. No innovation really besides the Underground, and that didn't do much. No one really gave a shit about new Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Dungeons DX, so Pokemon really needed a new hit, and so they took a gamble on an Isekai History of Sinnoh open world game. I put quotes in open world because it's not really an open world, but the areas you can explore are very large and full of Pokemon to capture. But before we do that, we need to begin this adventure by God giving us a smartphone. We wake up on a beach after our one-on-one with God and are greeted nicely by Professor Laventon, the ancestor of Hop and Leon from Sword and Shield. He greets us with his Pokemon that he has no control over and asks us to help us capture them. After that, he wonders if us appearing here has some connection with the phenomenon going on in this new region that they've colonized, Hisui. He invites us to Jubilife Village, the fledgling city and hub area of the game. Jubilife Village is the precursor to Jubilife City in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. This place will be your central training hub for Pokemon training, crafting, growing crops, assisting with side missions, and managing your Pokemon that you've captured along the way. Oh, someone's house is on fire. So, as we enter the city, we're greeted by Silene, the ancestor to Cyrus and the leader of Team Galactic in the Sinnoh games. Laventon vouches for us to join the survey team, the division of the Galaxy team who studies Pokemon. With approval from both Silene and Komodo, the leader of the expedition and the ancestor to Professor Rowan, we set off into one of the first open areas of the game, the Obsidian Fieldlands. These are the wild areas of the game where you will be spending most of your time catching Pokemon, studying them, and learning to battle. There are 5 main areas to explore: the Obsidian Fieldlands, the Cobalt Coastlands, the Alabaster Icelands, the Crimson Mirelands, and the Coronet Highlands. Fuck, that one is just hard to say, just regardless. The main goal of this game is to catch Pokemon, which means you're gonna need more than one of each to make sure that you fill out this dex. This is the early days of the Pokedex, so info we read at a glance over in these new Pokedex entries, we're filling that out. Like the stuff that we don't read when we catch a new Pokemon, we're putting in that information. And one specimen just won't do for research. In fact, each Pokemon in the dex has something it asks of you to do to fill out the dex entry. Like catch small versions of a species, feed them without them noticing, watch them use a certain move. The more you see, the more your dex is filled out. But before we can even get to that point, we need to join the team. Akari, the ancestor of Dawn, shows us the ways to capture Pokemon, like hiding in grass, crouching, and hitting them from behind. Hit it from the back. You're not putting that in. You are not putting that in. As well as guiding us through battles and confrontations with aggressive Pokemon. Another wonderful feature, the wild Pokemon can become aggressive and attack you if you get too close. I remember when I encountered that Rapidash. It was a dark day. The main way to quell them when they get angry like that is to battle them, or throw something at them to disorient them, like a snowball or a mud ball. Or you can just run for your life. That always works as well. After passing the exam, Silene allows you to join the Galaxy Squad, and your Pokedex filling days are upon you. After the exam, you'll be given a house. You are given a house? Coming from a man who just bought a house, you're just given one. That's fucking awesome. And we sleep for the night, unaware that things are going bump. I know I said I wasn't really gonna go beat for beat through this story, but trust me, I am almost done. The tutorial area is brutal. That's something that all the new Pokemon games are incredibly guilty of. Just these long tutorials. After we hear of things going on around the region, we meet Volo, a member of the Ginkgo Guild, traveling merchants that procure rare and useful items. And looking at him gives clear resemblance to a very infamous champion. I can hear her theme now. Still haunts my dreams. Volo will challenge you to a battle, and once beaten, he'll say he'll be watching out for us. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. And from this point, the main story goes underway, and you'll progress to the Highlands to recruit Weirdeer, the extinct evolution of Stantler. That's another thing that I'd like to get into. The new and unique Pokemon lost to time. Both the noble Pokemon of the noble hero and the ride Pokemon are unique evolutions or forms of these Pokemon. You recruit Weirdeer and head to the Lost Woods to fight Cleavor, a lost evolution of Scyther, until Blueberry, for some reason, was able to bring it back. The noble fights are just so fun as well if you don't use your Pokemon. Let me explain. When you get to the big tree and you meet Clay's ancestor, you'll be asked to make balms of Cleaver's favorite food to calm it down. And then you begin the fight. You throw these balms at the rampaging Pokemon to calm it down and diminish its health bar. Then, when the Pokemon is dizzy after an attack, you throw your Pokemon at it and then you fight like a normal Pokemon fight. But I say, fuck that. My Pokemon are comfortable in their balls and I'm going to fight on their behalf. I am the noble one. I am more noble than your noble bitch. And that pattern continues for kind of each region. Crimson Mirelands has Ursaluna and Hisuian Lilligant. The Coastlands have Basculegion and Hisuian Arcanine. The Highlands have Sneasler and Hisuian Electrode. And the Alabaster Icelands has Hisuian Braviary and Hisuian Avalugg. Each of these new Pokemon getting the spotlight they definitely deserve, and I love almost all of them. You know who you are. You can walk away right now. Now, progressing the Pokedex and quelling the noble Pokemon, this space-time distortion above Mount Coronet, the thing that brought you here, is becoming larger and larger with each night, until one day, the rift will get so huge and the player will be faulted by Komodo and the entire town for its, I don't know, biggering, for, I don't know, its enlargement, being exiled from the village, and essentially with only the 6 Pokemon you have in your party. But Volo, and the wise old Madam Kogita, also looks like Cynthia, will become your new allies to help prove your innocence. You'll need to free the Lake Spirit to get the red chain to quell the mighty Sinnoh, the god of this land. Throughout the game, you'll encounter 2 different clans, the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan. Nice homages to the original games, with a few others sprinkled throughout. Both believe the mighty Sinnoh, but both believe they can perform different feats. The Diamond Clan thinks Sinnoh would bend the laws of time itself, where the Pearl Clan thinks that he can rip the fabric of space in two. Both clans watch over the noble Pokemon of the Traveler and guard them with their lives, showing the people of Jubilife Village that people and Pokemon can coexist in harmony. Depending on who you bring with you to the mountain to determine your encounter. If you picked Adaman, the leader of the Diamond Clan, Dialga will be your fight. If you pick Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan, Palkia will be your fight. Once defeating Komodo at the top of the mountain, he sees that you're only trying to help and allows you to head to the tear. Oh, thanks, Komodo. I just had to kick your ass to make you see sense. Once at the summit, you'll see the tear and either Palkia or Dialga will emerge. The red chain will wrap around them, but fail. So a simple Pokeball will have to do. Once captured, the rift will finally dissipate, and the world is safe. Nah, man, I'm just kidding. There's another one. The other one just kind of spit back out. Having to retreat and make the very first Cherish Ball, nice touch, you go back to the legendary Pokemon and it turns into a horse. It's into a horse. It's in a horse. I don't know, but I mean, they kind of grown on me a little bit. I mean, Palkia is more than Dialga's, but that's fine. After the capturing of the second legendary, Kamado apologizes for his mistrust and the village welcomes you back with a celebration, ending in a very nice image of the village in harmony.
So, are you gonna finish my task, or what are we doing here?
Now, I could go on about the amazing changes Arceus has made for the Pokemon formula, like real-time Pokeball throwing, hiding mechanics, free motion in battle, Pokeball crafting, the new shiny system. Alpha Pokemon. But I feel like all of that is making this video into an hour long. But these are things that I'm pretty sure are going to be coming on Legends ZA, which I will make a review on when it comes out, maybe. I mean, it looks really fun, and I'm really excited to play something like that. Granted, I have a Switch 1, and I know it's going to run like Growlithe water, but hey, I'm broke. So you best not believe I'm going to be buying the $30 DLC and the $20 online to get all the extra fucking Mega Orbs, and then $70 for this game in the $450 console. Goddamn fucking bloodsucker.